Now the course works in a very practical and straightforward manner. I have a series of videos telling you everything you need to know from start to finish about preparing and delivering a powerful speech or presentation or whatever it is you require. Within each of the videos I will tell you what it is you need to do, why you need to do it from a professional point of view, and how to do it. There will be explanations throughout, together with some demonstrations, some examples, some visual inserts and graphics, and some voiceovers where appropriate. There will be mental exercises to help understand the disciplines required, physical exercises dealing with body language and self-conscious behaviours, and vocal exercises to help ensure consistent and positive vocal impact. Now there are 6 sections in the course. The first section I call starting elements. So this is what happens before you start. So this is making sure we get the thinking right, getting it right in the head, the goal of any professional, and also answering the 3 questions we need to answer before we start to get together the material. So that's section 1, starting elements. Section 2 I call the technicalities of the performer. So I'll give you some tricks of the trade to do with breathing, tension and diction, and then we'll talk about volume and projection. We'll talk about nerves, understanding and controlling. We'll talk about body language and self-conscious behaviours, understanding and controlling. We'll also talk about what I would call the vital first 20 to 30 seconds. This is making sure that you're ready, that you start right, and you make a very good first impression. And we'll also look at seated body language when you're presenting sitting down. So that's the second section, the technicalities of the performer. The third section is all to do with your material, the speech, the presentation, whatever it is that you require. And we'll talk about the purpose, we'll talk about the content, and we'll talk about the structure. Now there's all kinds of structures that you can use, but I'd like to focus on 2 proven foolproof structures that you can put into place immediately that will help to build your inner confidence. So that's the third section, to do with your material. The fourth section, I'd like to introduce you to 3 professional performing techniques. That's the process of explanation, the process of always speaking in a major key, and the process of externalizing emotion. So these are 3 techniques you can put into place that will make an instant difference to the way that you come across. So that's section 4. Section 5 are further techniques and considerations. We'll talk about building confidence, inner knowledge, that knowledge which will sustain you. We'll talk about preparation, how you prepare, how you learn. We'll also talk a little bit about discipline, working on the premise that discipline leads to freedom, not the other way round. We'll talk about coping with fear and handling stress. We'll talk a little bit about the audience, one's attitude towards an audience, and we'll talk a little bit about visuals. So that will be section 5. Section 6 I call random musings. So I'd like to throw in some thoughts that I feel could be of help to you. So that's how the course is going to work. And the idea is to build within you a very high level of inner confidence, inner knowledge. I'm not talking nerves and surface vulnerability here. I'm talking about that inner knowledge that will sustain you, that will help you, that will get you through and make you feel more secure under pressure. Now this building of inner confidence is what actors do, and I'll talk in more detail about that in the course and give you examples of what they do. But this is what helps them, it's what gets them through and makes them feel more secure under pressure, and it works. And if it works for them, then there's no reason why we can't make it work for you. So that's how the course is going to work, and if you'd like to click onto the next introductory video, we'll talk about the benefits. What's in it for you?